Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 29 of our Curse of Strahd playthrough. If this is your first time here, we are a group called Trials of Imagination. We are just a group of friends who like to get together and play Dungeons and Dragons every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is our second campaign together as a group. We are playing through the module known as Curse of Strahd. It is a gothic horror style campaign. This one is heavily homebrewed, so whether you are new to it or whether you're a veteran at understanding that module in general, there will be plenty of material for both of those parties and both of those types of people, because there's plenty of nods to the original while adding plenty of new content as well. You may notice as the stream goes on that you will not see us interacting a whole lot verbally with chat itself. This is nothing personal. We are not ignoring it. We do see everything, and we try our best we can to interact with you within chat itself. We just have a limited time frame for which we have to run this session in every session every week. So we try to be very focused and diligent and be respectful to everybody's time and really focus on the role play and the gameplay itself. However, at the end, we do have a post-stream chat section. So once we get to around the 10 o'clock mark in terms of Central Standard Time, which is after about 2 hours of gameplay, then we will transition to where the only thing we are doing is chatting with you guys. So there is a section for that. It just will not be during the gameplay itself. So if you try to reach out to us and you don't see us responding, just know we're not ignoring. We're just trying to stay in it. And if you see anyone else that comes in as new and you've been here a long time, just if you would kindly just let them know in chat. A lot of us stay in chat too, so some of us will let them know if we can, but if we happen to be occupied, whether it be role play or combat, if any of you lovely individuals that show up here from week to week would not mind letting them know, that would be awesome. So we have several announcements to go through, it being episode 29, but I'll toss that over to SJ for that before we're coming back to do the introduction. So SJ, go ahead.
Okay, so next week is episode 30, so we're going to do a giveaway. So if you type exclamation point giveaway, you can see how to enter into the giveaway. You can also hang out with us in Discord. We like to party there. A few of us like to hang out in subs, or sometimes in general. So you can catch us there. I believe we're trying to start another one shot, so stay tuned for that. Yes. We got new emotes, so we're all excited about that. Let all the emotes fly. And then always there's something new. We have our podcast, so you can catch up. You can listen. There's 4 episodes of just me and Matt talking about Dungeons and Dragons, about how the sessions are going and what we think and all that kind of fun things. We will be trying to have some guests in the podcast, so stay tuned for that. Also, we have slowly been uploading our regular sessions, so you can find the Curse of Strahd campaign there as well as on our YouTube channel. Everything up till now is on the YouTube, and I'm almost, for about 1/3 of the campaign is on the podcast. So all you have to do is go to Spotify or Apple Podcast and look up the TOI podcast. If you can't find it that way, usually if I type in Trials of Imagination, it'll pop up. So you can try it that way too. And I think that's it. I think.
Patreon.
That's something. And we have our Patreon. Because we know that some people don't like that Twitch takes half when you guys sub. So we have created a Patreon. If you guys would like to financially support us, all that goes to giveaways. I can think of words. Goes to giveaways, making the stream better, as well as just all the fun things that you can get through the Patreon, like stickers or dice boxes,
and all the lovely emotes.
And shirts. Yes, and we have merch. So if you go to trialsofimagination.com or type in exclamation point merch, which Stupid already did, you can find our merch store, and we're always updating it, putting new t-shirts and stuff in there. So check it out. There's some fun things, sweatshirts, shirts. I made a kid shirt recently on there as well. So there's now something in the size for children. And that's it. Oh, in Patreon too. I don't remember which tier it is, if it's tier 2 or 3, but you get access to the Patreon only podcast. So there is like an extra podcast episode created just for our Patreon subscribers. And that's it.
Thank you, Esther.
You're welcome.
And I'll go ahead and, for a fun thing, we'll start a poll / prediction for the night for things to go on in the episode. So we'll go ahead and push that through.
No, Dara will die first.
Yeah, the question is just who will die tonight, and you can look at the options yourself and figure it out. I think it'll be, I don't know, it could be dicey. It could be a riveting competition.
No idea who the two options are.
You really don't know when you look at it. You really don't. But that is that's everything for the announcements. Like we said, it's episode 29, so we are leading up to episode 30. So not this week, but next week will be the giveaway. As Ashley already stated, this is your last week before the giveaway to just accumulate as many points as you can and make sure to use them as much as you want for raffle tickets and just get as many chances as possible to win the giveaway next week. Okay, so that is everything I can think of. So we're going to sit back, relax, and get ready to start episode 29 of Curse of Strahd.
Have an inspiration.
And we're back. First time all 6 of us have been prepped and ready for the night. Mr. Richard, good to have you. Excited for you to be here for the first time in a while. That's what I said.
In a while, okay.
Yeah. Details are important. First time in a while.
I didn't hear that in a while.
I gathered.
Did you say first time?
No. So
I'm eating M&Ms.
Good to know.
Peanut butter cups and Pop-Tarts.
More importantly, they're mini M&Ms.
So last time on episode 28 of Trials of Imagination, our group continued to converse and have dealings in the tavern itself, spreading out a little bit and moving around. You had some sidebars with Millard and Nadar going off, some attempted chess play with Mirk Danjaw and Mark, some conversations with Ayla and Elbereth moving around, while eventually Zyle would come back through and say, we have a problem, and of which case we finally got to see what had happened in the previous episode, which was nothing short of slightly concerning, I guess we should say, to where he did assist with the investigation of the 2 bodies, and the zone of truth was cast over him, and no immediately damning questions, I guess we should say, were asked of him. It was more of trying to figure out if Zyle was telling the truth just so far. Because he did literally show the murder weapon, but tried to say, hey, it's not this one, but it's one like this. So the guy was like, I'm going to make sure that's some honesty there. And sure enough, it was. So Zyle passed the test on that one. And conversations carried on. The zone of truth was taken off. And Zyle noticed something moving in the distance on the rooftops, but quick, like a shadow. And before they knew it, a guard was pretty much killed and taken, or just suddenly disappeared. And then it began happening quickly, and they're dropping like flies, and more importantly, started taking out the ones that had any form of light, aka torches. But before it could get to the point where Zal would be in danger, Luthien did instruct Zal to run for the tavern. And before they run, gave him one last soldier's handshake and cast some form of magic around Zal's arm to where there was some sort of blue incantation around his arm. And then gave Zal the signal. Zal ran for it, looking back to see Luthien emanating some form of really large blue light before it becoming extinguished by the darkness that was pursuing them. And that is the last we saw of Luthien. And then Zal got back with the tavern, had conversations with Ayla and Elbreth first before going down to have conversations with the rest of the group. And then we had a little bit of shenanigans with Millard and Nadar, in which case, a guest was intruded upon, some doors were broken. Millard semi-snuck out, then gave us a good Kronk impersonation while trying to sneak across the tavern, which is great. And short version, the group did get all back together at the end, where they're all in the room, but Millard is still asleep. Everybody else that I recall is awake. And Mirk Danjaw put themselves inside the room, shut the door, repaired the door magically, turned around, and revealed that his name is in fact not Mirk Danjaw, but his name is Henryk. And that
Henryk also made Nadar fall asleep, I believe.
Yes, so I guess Nadar would also still be asleep. So you have Nadar and Miller being asleep, and that is where we picked off last episode, but more importantly, where we picked up this episode. So the group has just been told his name is in fact not Mirk Danjaw, but Henryk. What is your response?
Are you like some sort of sorceress?
You want to try that again?
Do I look ladylike?
Sorcerer. My bad, I'm tired.
I suppose one could say that in some regard. So, look, I know a lot of you are going to have a lot of questions, and I will have a lot of answers, but right now, there is a more pressing matter to attend to if what Zal said is true. We have a serious situation on our hands that we will need to deal with.
What's going on?
Well, Zal, if you would like to share.
I'm fairly confident my idiot brother has come to town. Tends to be a wave of bodies that follow behind him.
Why do you think that?
One of the bodies from before was murdered with a weapon like mine that only one other exists, and, well, it wasn't mine.
Okay.
But whatever that thing was out there, that's not
What do you mean?
something I've seen him do before.
What do you mean, what thing?
He told you all about what happened outside, right?
No, who, what?
I think Mark is the only one I know that hasn't heard.
Mark
Were you not
and
there?
Right.
Mark and
Oh,
Millard
yeah, it
and
was just
Lava,
you and-
Nadar.
So for the sake of time, I will say he tells the story of what happened instead of rehashing it.
Okay.
I forgot you weren't in there at the time.
Mhm.
So now,
You do see, and sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You do
you're
see
good.
Henryk looking down and the face of contemplating things, of like trying to piece things together. And then go ahead with what you're going to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say Millard and Nadar are now the only ones who don't know what's going on.
Correct. He's going to start saying, kind of like ramblings to himself out loud. It should not be possible. It should not be. Can't happen here.
Do you think that creature followed you, Zaya?
I honestly have no idea. It was so dark.
And
It's
Hendrik,
strange that he attacked everyone but me, though.
Hendrik, you seem to know something about all this that we are not, that we do not.
I've been in Barovia a long time, and although I would never be naive enough to think that I know every creature that exists in this land, I've seen most, and nothing I've seen can do or is capable of what Zyle described. And I do not take Zyle for one to exaggerate.
You are right in that he does not.
So this is very
What
concerning.
It's been a while, but from what I've seen from Zeke, he's not capable of that sort of power either.
Well, when is the last time you saw Zeke?
Oh, well, since before I met you.
Well then, we can assume that through the years, he may have learned a thing or two. But, the same knife, I don't know if I could put faith in this him. Either way, we have a problem in that, there is a murderer going about the town, and he does not seem to be shy, given that he attacked a whole fleet of guards.
How many guards were there?
At least 20.
Wow.
See?
Is there a
would-
window in the room?
In this room, there is, but it's covered with a curtain.
Okay. Can I go over to the window and take the curtain, move the curtain so that I can see through?
You can. It's nighttime. You're not going to be able to see a whole
Try
lot.
to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there any source of light in the room?
Yeah, it's candlelit.
When Zyle sees him moving towards the window, he's going to immediately run and extinguish all the candles.
I am not sure who is in the wrong, the one trying to see if anyone followed you, or the one who just took out every single light in the room.
You're going to open the window. You don't want to be backlit. Nothing makes a better target than that.
Right, but
he
it's
is-
just a candle.
No, he is right, Azela. Likely that's some of his old military training coming into play.
I guess.
Can I
I'm
make
just very
maybe?
tired, and I'm
Can you make what?
tired of all this nonsense. I thought once we were in this city, very, fortified city, we would have just a little bit of downtime,
Can I make maybe a perception check outside?
You can with disadvantage. It's nighttime
Right.
visibility will be very limited.
I already have disadvantage due to
I hate the elf.
Triple
Nighttime.
disadvantage.
Daytime. Nighttime.
due to exhaustion.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
3.
I like this window. That is a nice window.
That's a nice window.
Was there glass in the window?
What's the weather like outside?
Clear and cloudy.
All right.
So, like,
I would have just said it's weather.
take with that what you will.
What's the weather like? Clear and cloudy.
Welcome to Barovia.
Oh no, now you have Welcome to the Internet stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
Zyle would also probably sidle up, like not just stand full frame in the window, but kind of peek out from the side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm assuming that we're not like 100% taking up this curtain. I assume you're doing like that,
It's up to Mark.
Mark.
I'll move out of the way.
No, I mean like when you looked out the window, you didn't like pull the curtain all the way aside. You like did the like little like peek thing, right?
Oh, I guess yeah. Do the peek through.
Okay.
Probably wise. Okay. Henryk's going to look at Zyle directly since you're the one that dealt with this. There's things that we need to make sure of to understand what is going on here further. We need to make haste with the church. We need to talk to Father Lucian and make sure that the bones of St. Andral have not been taken.
Say what?
There's no time for discussion. We need to head to church. Take my word for it.
Okay.
We need to make...
The church is here in town, right?
Yes.
Did he
Not
just
too
say
far down
that
the road.
bones could have been stolen? Is that just me?
It is not just you. That is what I said.
Okay, just checking.
And if they
I
have...
can't say I trust you, but you seem like you know what you're talking about. So
If they have been taken,
Mhm.
then let us hope that we all survive the night.
oh dear.
And I do not... And he stops mid-sentence and then like quickly looks Millard's direction with a very concerned look. Which Millard is asleep. And with that, time for a dream sequence.
Yay, a dream.
You die in a dream, you die in real life.
Like,
Oh,
how
is
did
this
you
Sword
know?
Art Online?
No,
Yes.
Inception.
It's Sword Out Inception.
Inception.
And I'll put the image on the screen. So Millard is in the middle of the dream. Much like most dreams, you seem to have arrived somewhere in the middle. You don't remember how you got here or what led up to this moment. But you find yourself outside in a downpour, thunderstorm, rain, standing on the side of a bridge that would lead to huge pillars of the castle, looking up and seeing a familiar memory of the massive castle from the distance that you guys passed on the way into Vallaki. Only you were right at its feet now. And on the other side of this bridge, you see 3 characters, 2 of which are familiar to you. On your far right, if you're staring at them, being Omen, which all of you met at the church not too long ago. Next to her, Samael, who you met a lot earlier in the village of Barovia. And next to him, towering over all of them, which is no laughing matter since Samael is a good 6'10", is a hooded figure that is surrounded by shadow. It almost just looks like darkness incarnate.
I look to my belt to see if I'm carrying any of my regular equipment.
You look down and don't see anything. It's just your clothes, but there's no belt, nothing, no weapons. You even feel around for what would normally be there, and there's just nothing.
I take one step backwards, kind of in fear.
The second you move, Samael, suddenly sensing a movement in the distance, turns your direction and sees you. Well, well, well. What have we here? To what do we owe the pleasure of your company this evening, Mr. Millard?
I know you. Where do I know you from?
My, did I make that bad of a first impression? Forgive me. Let me rejar your memory, perhaps, a little bit, with recanting stories of your brother's loss, perhaps.
You know my brother? That don't make no sense.
I don't know your brother at all, but you do. I see in there.
I look behind me. Left
see-
and right.
So to left and right, there's two pillars that it's kind of like on a weird. It's not an island technically. It's on a mountainous terrain, but it drops off immediately to your left and to your right. And if you were to turn around and go back, it does slowly open back up. You're just at the narrow point before things drop off.
What do you want from me?
What do I want? I'm not the one that just showed up at a castle unannounced. Now am I? What do you want? Why are you here?
I'm looking for something, but I don't know what.
You see Omen tilt her head, and the hair flips to the side, and her red eye is showcasing at the moment. Should we kill him?
I grab my side in pain as she stares at me. I remember you. I remember you clearly. Yeah. Your pets.
Tilts her head back, and the blue eye is showing, and turns to Samuel. Oh, goody. I made a better impersonation than you did.
Me impression.
What am I doing here? I know I'm looking for something, but it's like I can't place my hand on it.
Samuel just kind of looking at Omen, more annoyed at her comment than anything, and looks back at you. Looking for answers, perhaps. But I don't know what your questions are. Have you and your party come to a decision for what side you would take in the matter?
What do you know about that? What do you know about taking sides?
What do we know about that? My dear boy, we are the servants of Lord Strahd himself. Do you think we would not know what he is dealing with you? And Lord Strahd has a long amount of patience. He is old and probably has learned to wait, but I do not have as much.
Oh, yeah. You two who work for Strahd do his little lapdogs, says with a half smirk.
They both kind of like wince a little bit. And you see the large hooded figure on the right who had been looking off in the distance now look towards you. And if you look at it, his hood is above him. And even with the lightning flashing in a minute, looking at it, you cannot see into the hood. It's just a pit of darkness. And Samael just kind of... Now. He does not know what he says. Besides, for whatever reason, Lord Strahd still does not want their lives to be ended for some greater purpose.
You spoke about my brother. What do you know about him?
Only what you know, my dear boy. I can see in your head. And what I see is torment, guilt, confusion. A lot of the above. Quite intriguing, if I am to be honest. It's a story I rather do hope I maybe see the end of one day.
You speak of lives as though they're games. Stories to be told around campfires and such.
When you reach the status we have, that is exactly what they become. One day, 2 day, a year, 100 years, your life is meaningless in the grand spectrum of things.
You see life that way. You don't know what torment is. To have it stripped from you. Taken within a blink of an eye. You have no right to speak about my brother the way you do.
You see him tilt his head down in a look of anger, and in a fluid motion, he like dissipates into a non-solid form, but more like smoke, and is immediately behind you. Forms back together and just leans in. I would choose my words more carefully if I were you.
As obviously visibly shaken.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, my lord. But I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing here.
I think I am one to be subdued via patronage. Perhaps for this one instance, maybe Lord Strahd would seek to overlook the fact of just one of you losing their life. And he begins to like reach his hand around you to grab for your face. But as that happens, you feel a hand on your shoulder quickly and like yanks back. And you wake up and you see Henryk actually like pulling you. You don't know that's Henryk. You just feel like it's Mirk Danjaw. And all of them are in the room staring at you. Nadar's still asleep. And he's just looking at you. You okay? You're okay?
Sure, mate. I'm okay. What are you doing? Ripping me up like that? Trying to get some sleep here, mate. We've been traveling all day. What are y'all doing in here?
He like reaches on your shoulder and pulls off a strand of red cloth similar to what Samael wears. What did you see?
What do you mean, what did I see? I was taking a rest. Till you all yanked me, barged in this room.
My boy, I'm not trying to play games. I don't mean to waste your time. You clearly were just in some form of out-of-body experience where you almost lost your life. Now, what did you see?
Is that what you call dreams here? Out of body experiences?
Mhm.
Look, it was just a nightmare. Something about. And I look at Zyle. Something about that time that happened with my brother and when he died. Nothing a bloke like you needs to know about. To turn back to Mirk.
Hmm. Yeah.
I kind of push past him at this point and just, get up, walk towards the door.
Are you trying to do anything at the door or just walking towards the door?
No, just walking towards it and stand by it.
Okay.
What's going on anyway? You all look like you're in a mood.
It's a bit of a mess, lad.
Hmm.
And he'll explain the situation.
Right. So I grab my equipment, strap on my sword.
Mhm.
Well, I did my best to tie him up, so I guess we better let him loose. What do we know so far other than there's a shadowy figure just going around killing people? And
Very, very little, I'm afraid.
something about bones.
Yes. There's
Shit,
only a
I'd have had a good laugh at that one.
I bet you would be correct. There's only a few things capable of doing what Zal described, none of which should be able to do that if the bones are still intact at St. Angel.
What kind of bones are these? Are they witches' bones?
Depends on...
Something cursed?
Well, quite the opposite, I would say. More of blessed.
In that case, let's make our way to church right away. Any kind of blessed bones, saints, whatever, they'll ward off evil.
It's supposed to.
How
We'll be
far is
safer
the
there.
church? How far is the church from here?
Not but maybe less than 1,000 yards to the west. So
Okay.
more approaching, you need to go towards the center of Lucky.
A lot can happen in 1,000 yards in the middle of the night.
Indeed.
Well, I don't plan on dying. At least, not for no reason. So I say, we grab Nadar and we get moving. Because obviously it's things after Zyle, whoever's out in the streets. So the quicker we get there, the less chance we'll be dead.
I'm with Millard on this one.
The whole party can, at this point, hear what it sounds like stirring outside the tavern. Like, not just outside, but like you're in the room. So in the hallway downstairs, it sounds like sudden change in climate, we will say.
Mirk, or Henryk, or whatever your name is there a back way out of here? Or somewhere clean and easy to get to the streets from?
Well, not one that currently exists, but I can make one.
What are you, some kind of construction
why not?
worker?
Why not the
Some
front
kind of
door?
mason?
Not that kind of
From all
Nick,
my
my boy.
times working at the docks, I can tell you that nothing ever goes quickly in a crowd. And if there's a commotion down there, it's going to be a lot harder to get out of that front door than we want to go.
Right you are.
He's right.
If you would, allow me to investigate momentarily. I will be right back. He turns and walks through the wall. You just see him goes through it. And then you hear on the other side of the wall, "Oh, my good boy. Would you mind tell me what is going on? I hear a lot of commotion going, and I'm just, I'm trying to get my sleep. I'm not really youthful anymore, and just if I don't get enough sleep on the left side, my hair just won't look right."
Ayla just shakes her head.
You just hear.
Nadar's mumble. Nadar, the drunk Nadar ramble.
Do you want to have a sidebar before he enters back in the room?
Wait, how did I end
Yeah.
up in a different room?
I look at. I walk
Isn't-
over to Zyle.
Isn't Nadar still asleep?
Yes.
Yes, that's why I didn't say that in character.
Okay.
Okay. I walk over to Zyle
Thought I was in the same room as
and I whisper to him.
the whole time.
Now, I know we're in trouble because obviously you say we are, but and I know we keep being pointed to, go visit Henryk, and he's here now, supposedly. I mean, I guess we just have to assume he's telling us the truth and who he is, right? But how do you feel about this man?
At this point, after what I just witnessed, I'm willing to take a little bit of a leap of faith.
Okay. And beside that, with this whole prospect of you or us basically being accused of possibly being murderers, and then finding out this your brother's possibly here. How are you doing? You doing okay?
I'm fine for the moment, but I haven't had a moment to sit down and process it either.
Yes. Okay.
We're
Oh.
definitely going to get accused of murder now, since the guard was seen leaving with me, and now they're all in the streets dead.
Eek, that is not going to be a good fun conversation.
No, it is
Well-
not.
Okay. Well, just let me know how you're doing. I know that you were having a very hard time after Idris died. And I know this probably just makes your life a little bit harder. And I know I've, really counted on you for a lot, especially when we got here. But right now, I know my family is fine, and I've been able to calm down. And so I would like to be your shoulder for a while if you need be.
He kind of looks at you for a second and nods. Thank you. Truly, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sure I'll need that once we get a moment.
Yes. You have been great friend to me, great mentor over these past few years. I've learned a lot from you, and I want to be there for you.
And you guys hear now outside the wall again. Well, thank you, my dear boy. I'll go back to bed now. And get my beauty rest. Apologies in advance if I outdo you in the morning for my looks. I'm not done yet. I'm still a fighter. I'm just okay. He's walking away. All right, bye. And you see Henryk just walk back through the wall where he came. Doesn't even use the door. Okay. We goodness, things keep getting worse. Okay. We have somehow have a bigger problem. Oh.
That
Oh,
Who do we lose?
That's a pretty Bex.
I've been cut in half.
There she is. I've been twice.
Then let's cut in half.
I'm Nadar.
I'm dead.
Suddenly, everyone switches characters. Tetris.
Alright, I'm Ayla.
Discord be Discord, yo.
Alright.
Sometimes it just happens.
crashed. It
It happens. So he walks back in and says, we have a bigger problem somehow. Okay.
A bigger problem than a shadowy figure that we don't know what it is trying to kill us.
Potentially.
Not.
Okay. Zyle, I assume you understand at this point that the town will likely investigate all of you for the murder of the guards, yes?
That's a given.
Okay.
Wait, what?
To stand in good faith of this. Okay. There is currently about to be an attack on the outside of the gate that they're attempting to fend off at the moment. All of you, go to their aid. Fight for the town. It'll make a good word for your name. I will go to the church and check the bones. That, or if you know, you don't need to split. Oh gosh, this is worst case scenario. Okay.
You sure you don't want one of us to go with you to check on these bones of yours?
No, it'll be quite all right. I can travel rather quickly, but there are those that I
Right.
cannot. There are those that I cannot be spotted by.
Which gate should we go to?
All
The
of
ma-
them, I guess.
The gate you came from. As Millard's request, I will make an entryway. And he does some hand symbols and does this and splits open. And you see a literal hole open up in the room that is just kind of imbued with, it's like a dark, it's not black, but it's like a dark gray just kind of around it. And it just, you see the gate that you guys came in through, but from the inside. And you do see some guards seeming to panic.
All right. I guess I'll go through the hole.
Just to be clear, Henryk, or whatever your name is, where's the church so we can meet you after?
Head towards
I'm
the
sure
center of
they'll
the
find us.
head towards the center of the town. It is towards the dead center. Large steeple will be very hard to miss. If I am able, I will try to get you here quicker. But once within that area, a lot of abilities are limited.
Hmm.
And
Stay
You see-
safe, lad, and keep an eye out.
you see him do the same gesture and makes another one, opens, and you do see like a church on the other side of it, and he goes to walk through it.
I go over to where Nadar has his rock pile or possession of rocks, and I pick one up and I bonk him on the head with it.
His rocks are in his bag.
Right. I go through his bag and find a rock.
Got
It's
other
just
stuff
there.
in the bag too.
I get the stuff out of the bag, lay it out on the floor.
And beat it. Which rock are you grabbing? Because I have 5.
I'll grab number 4.
Do I
This is
see
very
Lillard? Do I see
Number-
Lillard do this?
Number 4 does not have a name yet.
That's number 4.
Well, I don't think he's trying to be secretive, so probably.
Yeah, no, I
But
walk over.
I did go through the hole.
Oh, if
Yeah.
if you went through the hole, then no, you don't seem to.
Okay.
His name's Bruno.
Nadar, wake up. Wake up or we're all gonna die. That usually works.
You wake up.
I don't.
Oh, I was about to say Nadar. There's alcohol.
Your rock friend's in trouble, and I drop it on him.
I give it a hug. Give the rock a hug. Mine.
Come on, Nadar, we got more rock friends to save. They're right through that hole right there.
Wait. That doesn't look safe.
Does he still have the ropes on him? Like at all?
Yeah, unless you took him
No.
off.
No.
Yes and no. They're
'Cause he-
still
because
hanging, but
he
they're
had-
in a way.
Right,
Yeah.
like they're broken, but they're
Okay.
still tied to his
the,
hands.
the ropes
Yes.
were still tied, but he took the bedpost with him.
Right. So I'll grab the rope and the bedpost, and I'll try my best to pull Nadar while picking up rock number 3 and throwing it through the hole. Try to toss Nadar through the hole.
Make a strength check.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm contesting this.
You should.
Yeah. This
Because
is
mine
mine.
is-
that's not good. What's yours?
Mine's a 6.
Mine's a 6 total.
Also,
Is anyone going to aid?
I really wish Mark didn't go through so he could do his shove.
come on, your rock friends out there, Nadar. We gotta go save him now.
So it's a tie right now, so Zal, Elberth, and Ayla can see this, so do any of you assist?
Ropes off.
I am quite enjoying this. I'm about to go into battle, so I might as well enjoy something first.
Yeah,
I want to get going,
Come on.
so I'll assist.
Okay. So with an assist, Miller finally gets his leverage and
Yay.
yanks Nadar through. So now it's just Zal, Elberth, and Ayla still in the tavern.
No rest
we
for the
got-
weary, huh?
I'm
I
just
look
glaring
He's
at-
gonna
at
step
Wait,
through.
you said Ismark and Arena are there, right? Or they down? No,
They
they're
were
still
down-
downstairs. Oh, they don't.
No,
know.
they did.
Th-
They did come upstairs.
They're in the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to come with us, or are you going to stay here? And this is not your fight. Well, then again, I don't know whose fight this is because apparently it is from outside forces.
If what he said is true, we will stay here, make sure tavern is safe, and any of the villagers do not find harm. I think we would be better out of your way than in it.
All right. Thank you for looking out for the people of the tavern.
Good luck.
I turn to Zyle and I put out my hand and say, I hope we survive this.
As do I.
Zal is already on the other side of the portal, so if you say
Oh,
that,
I
he's
thought
like
he stayed
looking.
here. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
he had already stepped through.
Oh, okay. All right. I follow everybody.
Okay.
Before Ayla walks through the portal, so I'm on the other side of the portal with Nadar.
Mhm.
I'm gonna run off and like more towards the town. So instead of going back to the gate, so everybody else who is there will see me run off. But that's
Okay.
what I would like to do.
Millard, where are you going?
I've got to do something. Trust me, it's worth it.
Okay.
Okay.
Elberth, I think you're the well, Elberth and Ayla going through.
Oh yeah, I already
No,
Said that
yeah,
earlier.
Albert went through with
right
Okay.
after.
She helped me pull
Millard.
Nadar through.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So is everybody through? All right. We will stay with the group for now, which is everyone
Someone
other,
get these ropes off.
other than Millard.
No. Actually, I'd rather
Here
you
you
fight
go.
without the ropes on. So I untie the ropes. Would you
Let's-
like to keep the bedpost?
And as you
for a
guys-
weapon?
Yes.
As you all go through, you hear the thing behind you, the open gateway or portal, whatever it is, just closes, and you can no longer see the tavern anymore.
See the
Okay.
tavern?
Yeah, you can
Right.
see through it. Either way, it's like if you would have turned,
It's
it was
a
a
hole.
hole.
A
Like you
portable one.
Yeah, like you could see
not that
through.
type of
You
portable
could see the
hole.
room that you guys just came from.
Okay.
But it's closed, so it's the portal's gone,
Powerful magic.
and you see two guards frantically, just kind of at the top of the two posts of where you guys entered from, motioning around, and then they spot all of you and look very frantic. Where? Not more civilians. Where are the rest of the guards of the area?
not worry about that. How can we assist
Where's-
you? You're so frantic.
The frick do you mean not worry about that? Have you seen what's out here?
No, that's why I'm asking. What is going on?
Well, get up here and handle it.
I do monk crap and get up there.
Monk BS.
Where are they?
They're at the top of the two pillars.
Do I need to roll?
No, I'll give you that one.
Thank you.
There's no real point for monks rolling for acrobatics. It doesn't really go any way other than.
Let's see. Acrobatics +5.
Yep.
Oh.
My
You don't-
athletics is +5.
And you don't need much to get there because there's stairs to get you there. So it's like,
Alright, I get up there. I'm
But it
with
looks
the
cool.
guard. What's your name?
screw pleasantries right now. Look,
I know, I'd like to call you something other than "Hey, you."
It's not Jim.
I look over.
you can literally call me Steve for
that
all I
doesn't-
care. He looks
All
out.
right, Steve. Let's see what we got here.
You see
Well, that looks unpleasant.
a sea of undead-looking creatures, zombie-like in nature, as well as what appear to be some skeletons in the back of the group and two figures that you can't really make out what the heck they are.
Wake up the town?
And they're all
No,
walking.
I don't know this.
Yep. So Halo's the only one that knows this right now.
So I walk back to the edge and I yell to the party. It looks like we have a Walking Dead situation here.
Wake up the town?
No.
I'm gonna walk up to the gate and just get my axe out.
Do not touch the gate, Nadar. That is one thing that is protecting this town
Yeah.
or city.
How far are we from the gate?
You're on the map.
Oh.
Oh wait, axe. I'm supposed to roll 20.
Is the map up for everybody?
Yep. Should be.
Look at all those
This is
bodies.
terrible. Zyle will slowly make his way up to where the other one on the other column there.
Mm.
Oh, that.
My map is completely white, by the way.
Do you not
Can
have
you
the
zoom
plugin?
out?
Might have to refresh.
Oh, okay.
That was a Canadian goose call.
I was wondering.
So I can move up to the gates here, right?
It's still white.
They're marching forward, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll-
Very, very slowly, but yes.
All right.
I'll
tell-
hold there.
I'm gonna tell the guard. All right, we will hold them off as long as possible. You need to go and find as many troops as you can, but don't take
Gee.
long.
Gee, I didn't think of that. Oh wait, I did.
Right, but I assumed you didn't want to leave your post. However, we are here.
Are you kidding me? I left my post the second I saw this. There's no one
You're
in the
still-
area.
Okay.
There's a.
Okay.
I don't know what happened over in the courtyard. There's a sea of dead soldiers.
Okay.
I don't think it has anything to do with this. Unless you did it, in which case I'm screwed here because you're just going to kill me now.
Calm down. Calm down. We're on your side. Okay? We're on your side.
Calm down.
Is
I just have a
there
genius
another-
person seeing a sea of zombies and says,
Listen
go
to
look
me,
for help.
You little fool. Be quiet. All right. You left. You searched this area. Are there other areas you can find more troops?
Screw you, insulting lady. I'm out of here. And he walks off.
I'm trying. We're trying to help you, and you. Fine.
He's not listening to you.
Of course not.
Okay, can you point me where I can move Mark? Because I don't see the map at all. Yeah.
You're right next to Nadar now. That or just look on stream and make a reference point from there.
It's a Nadar's trying to be the frontline guy who.
All right.
And in Bex, where do you want to be?
I'm going to
What are the options? You can't. Oh
I'm
wait, no,
going
I can
to
go look at
use a
Twitch.
thunderclap.
Yes.
Thunderclap and smash.
Thunderclap right here.
Thunderclap and flash.
You're wanting to attack?
Yes.
Thunder. Also, isn't Thunderclap you have to be in touch range?
Near.
Oh, it says 5 feet. Sorry,
Yeah,
I read
it's-
range wrong.
Yeah, it's a pretty close thing.
Mm-hmm.
Next to Zyle, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, I read it wrong. It says up to 100 feet away, but that means distance-wise. Sorry. Well, I mean, if I just do it here, it
You'll
should
blow
still
up the
cover
wall.
it.
Yeah. You'll blow up the wall, giving Nadar a way to get out. And
It won't
Take
blow
down
up
enemies.
the wall.
Just the gate.
I blew up a wall with Thunderclap in campaign 1!
Yeah, but
Whatever
we're
it
not
was.
in campaign 1 now, are we?
Is
Sure,
the
Thunderclap
guy
is much
still
more
up there
precise.
with Zyle?
Yes.
Yes,
Has he run
that
off,
guard's
or-
still there. No, he's still there.
So
The
Zyle's going to
difference-
turn to him. All right, lad. So, what's the situation here? Is this something you guys normally deal with, or
No, not like this.
right? Well, they
This-
appear to be zombies of some sort.
that's
It's fortunate that I happen to be very good at that sort of thing. So
I've
stick
never
close.
I've never seen this many at once. This is not good. It would normally be fine, but as the patriot that just ran off stated, the troop for this area we did find dead in the alleyway, so any backup we have is gone.
Can I hear this conversation?
It would sound more like mumbling because you're on the other side of the pillar.
Yeah. Okay.
Only person that would hear this detailed would be Elberth.
I'm gonna yell to Nadar. Nadar, go wake up the civilians.
No!
No.
The guard immediately belay that. Do you want to start
What
a
does that
riot?
mean?
Thinking, why would we do that? That is a waste of our energy.
Because some civilians may be able to fight.
I highly doubt that. Do you see what's out there?
Well, even if they can't fight, they can run away. If they're still asleep, they can't run.
We'll worry about that if they actually start breaking into the gate.
Can Ayla hear me?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
right
Ayla's
next
standing
to
right
each
next to you.
other.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Guard's just gonna kind of look at Zyle and Elberth. Is your friend mad? Gonna cause a panic.
He's just thinking of the people, but yeah, that would indeed probably start a trampling. He's a man of the people. He's just wanting to get him out.
These walls
But-
have never been breached in over, I don't know how long now, hundreds of years. If this happens now and you tell the town, you will have pure panic and riot on your hand.
Well,
Yes,
let's
you might-
keep that streak up, shall we?
Zyle, they're getting closer.
All right, you seem like a sure-footed lad. Can you stay by and help me out here?
This is my job, so I will do my duty to my city.
I don't mean to just take over as your commander, but we need some form of organization here, unless you want to call the shots.
Kind of just takes a good look at you and Elberth and looks down at Nadar, who's just kind of standing at the gate, which is an odd thing for him to see, and someone just ready to face whatever's out there.
Where's Millard?
I don't know.
He's better with long range. I have no long range. Unless they actually get to the gate, I am really no help to anybody.
So the guard is, all right. For this instance, you and your group do what you do. It seems like you have synergy with each other. I will not try to implement myself in the middle of that. I will aid where I can.
Hey! Is there an extra longbow somewhere? All I have is a staff, and that is no help at the moment.
There's the one that the guard just threw down when leaving.
Oh, did he?
He threw it at you.
Pregnancy brain is terrible.
Like
people.
odd group you have.
I just remember him storming off. I don't remember actually throwing anything. I
don't
pick up the
remember that
longbow. Was there arrows with it? Did he leave arrows at least?
They're strewn about the ground, but yeah.
Okay, cool. I pick everything up.
Yep. So, before we go any further, let's see what Millard's up to.
Yep.
So,
I'm
Mil-
making a beeline straight for the church.
Okay.
But when I get to about 50 meters out from it, I'm going to kind of slow down my pace and kind of try to sneak around to it.
I gotta see if you make it 50 meters to it first.
Yeah.
You traverse your way through the town, going from path to path or alleyway to alleyway, however you choose to make your way that direction, and do begin to see a large steeple kind of towering above other buildings in the distance, and get to the opening to where you can see the building itself at your desired distance, or roughly 50 meters away, and see a larger church than what you experienced in the village of Barovia. A lot nicer looking.
Looks like a place. Just like he described it. Tall and imposing. So I kind of stride up to it.
Yeah.
Trying to make myself not conspicuous, but I mean, it's an empty causeway, I'm guessing. Not many people around at this time of day.
Yeah,
Night.
not at all.
Walk up to the doors. Try to open them.
Yeah, they're unlocked. They'll open.
Yep. Walk into the main sanctuary area.
Yeah.
Now, there is any kind of blessed bounds. They gotta be somewhere in the main sanctuary. I just gotta find them now.
Mm-hmm.
So I start looking around, heading to the front of the main sanctuary area.
So you can get
Do I see any kind of like box or sepulcher?
not at the main area. You can get to the front of the altar where there is, a wooden pulpit type of design and a bunch of candles that are lit, strewn about, and you hear distant murmurings in the distance. If you could roll a perception check, see if you can tell where it's coming from.
That would be with my amazing perceptive skills. 4.
Oof.
I am heavily into my search.
Yeah, just really focus. So don't really know where it's coming from, but you do hear what sounds like two people talking.
Gotta find it quick.
Okay.
So I'll poke around just wherever, specifically looking around the pedestal, the wooden pedestal.
Make an investigation check.
Wacha. That was much better because that's a natural 20.
Ooh,
Minus 1.
all right.
But it's a natural 20.
So
That's fine stuff.
investigating the pulpit area, you can see what appears to be a little scraping mark sticking out just at the corner of it. And if you look closer, you can tell where something moves and has been scraped in that area before by the pulpit. And it seems very clear by the movings that this pulpit is often slid side to side from its position.
I pull out my dagger and kind of wiggle around with it, see if I can find the direction it slides in.
The second you even begin to wiggle and move it, you can feel in your hand airflow coming from under it.
Does it come apart in any way?
It's less apart and more. It's a pure wooden pulpit, so it's going to be not light, but it doesn't like move necessarily. It just gives you, with that high of a roll, an indication on your investigation that there's something under this.
So I look up back towards the main altar. Forgive me for this. And then I start to like kick at it to knock it over.
Make a strength check.
Gotcha. 17.
Like, knock it over. This is hand carved mahogany. What is wrong with you?
Are you crazy?
I'm furiously apologizing the entire time.
Lord, I
This is wrong.
apologize.
I know this is gonna give me some bad fortune in the future.
Sorry.
But what I gotta do.
You bow up and give it a nice sturdy kick, and it kind of sends a little bit of that jolt-like motion down your leg, because that's a thick thing of wood you just kicked. But it does successfully kind of push it and topple it over. Instead of just sliding, it actually topples over. And you now see a hidden stairwell that is going down.
Yeah, I didn't think that bad luck come so soon. Scary dark places. Under a church. I mean, where else are you gonna find magical blessed bones?
Mm-hmm.
I take one last look around the main sanctuary. They couldn't just be right here. They had to be in a dark and scary place right after I kicked over and broke something in a church. Right. Sounds about my luck. And I walk down the stairs.
As you descend down, it's only dark for a moment, as once you get down and the descending ceiling, I guess you would say, that's kind of following the stair eventually stops and the stairs keep going, so you can now see what will be a hallway, and it open up and there's light down there, so it's starting to be a little more illuminated and less pitch black. And with your passive perception now, you can tell that the murmurings you heard earlier are down here, and you hear murmurings happen in the distance.
I'm gonna slowly walk towards the light, trying to maintain as much like quiet as I can.
Make a stealth check.
What's up? That's much better. That's 22.
Ooh. All right. You successfully get closer and closer and closer, completely undetected, where you are now close enough to be within earshot, given that, one, there's not a whole lot of commotion going on in the area, and two, it's people in a dungeon in a way, or a basement, however you want to consider it. So echoes are pretty
Dark hallway.
pretty good. So you can hear what they're saying now, and you hear the familiar voice of Henryk, or Mirk Danjaw, whichever you prefer to call him, having a conversation with some sort of unknown voice, which not much long after discussing, you would gather that it is the local priest.
I'm gonna listen in.
I don't understand, Father Lucian. The bones are still here, but if what Zyle, well, you don't know what the men described is, it's not possible. If the bones are still here, that could not be. You know well as I do, Strahd nor any of his machinations, or especially not the Seven, they can't be here. How is this possible? And you just hear I do not know. Like I said, the bones. I come down here to help you check, and just like they always have been, right they stay. It's untouched. You know a lot more of these dealings than I do, Sir Henryk. I don't know really what to make of this, other than I guess we will be more on guard about the bones if you think someone might be trying to take them, I suppose.
At that point, I'll step into the room proper.
Henryk is not going to make much of emotion other than he just kind of looks at you, and the priest kind of just
I came here to get the bones,
please,
but from what I heard,
don't hurt me.
I have my dagger in my hand as I'm telling this.
Yep. Don't hurt
I'm
me.
not gonna hurt you.
I'm just.
Oh man,
I'm just a humble priest.
Well, to be honest, I came to steal these, but to help my friends. But apparently they're not working. Is that correct to say, Henryk?
He looks at you just kind of in a puzzling look. Much remains to be understood, but yes, it would seem within the realm of possibility that could very well be the case right now, which, if so, is quite problematic.
So I walk up to kind of closer to them. Are the bones like in front of them? Are they there?
They're not in front of them.
Okay. Where are these sacred bones? These blessed bones?
And the priest kind of like regathers himself now. I take it this is acquaintance of yours, Henryk. So it is forbidden for outsiders to know the location of the bones. It is nothing personal, you see, but we take great pride in trying to protect it. The only people who know it are people who already know where it is. It has been a long time since we have revealed its location to anyone. Or Henryk just kind of looks and like a dejected look and looks back at Millard. It's over here in the case.
I walk over to the case. Look, I'm no expert, but I do know quite a few things about local legends, superstitions, and most importantly, blessed objects.
Okay, so what do you do?
I slowly lift the cover on the case to examine the bones.
Make an Ark of the Covenant check. No, that would be terrible.
That would be a 1. I'm dead.
This is how I die. All right. What are you trying to...
I just want to see if they're in there.
Oh, sure. You open it, and there they are.
Sweet.
Looks like human remains.
Okay. Is it like a full skeleton, or is it like just a couple bones?
No, just a couple, but it doesn't seem creature-like in nature. If it was, it'd be something similar to a human size. But...
How many are they? Like, are they like femurs?
It's mostly, so what would consist of, I guess, like a thigh, calf, forearm, upper arm, anything like that. So no spine, no hip bone or any of the torso.
Skull.
Yeah, no skull.
Okay. And Henryk is kind of standing near me, and the priest is kind of standing off.
The priest looks white as a sheet and looks like he's about to have a panic attack.
I'm gonna push Henryk over and grab the bones and run.
All right. Let's see.
No. Miller dies tonight.
Well, for one, to push him out, let me think.
He's like an old dude, right?
Well,
He's an old dude who is weirdly powerful from what
That's
have
that's
seen.
fine, but I still can push him over.
It's true. You're good.
He's not expecting it, obviously.
Yep. Yeah, make a strength check.
Ka-pa-cha!
And I'll just
9. Have to hurt him just to like push him over.
He rolled an 18.
But he
So,
wasn't expecting it.
You surprise him, so he doesn't
Surprise!
fall over, but you push him and he does take some steps back because he is surprised by it.
And then I attempt to grab the bones and run.
You can grab them. Let me see. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Pa-pa-pa! The sound effects help, by the way. As a 14.
Ba-da-ba, bum-ba-da.
14, you're fine. So you have the bones, and
I have the bones.
you're running away. Where are you going?
I'm running away through the hallway.
Okay.
That I came through.
You make your way back to what seems like the bottom of the stairs.
I walk up the stairs. Well, I run up the stairs.
Okay. As you're running up the stairs, let's see. Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Pa-cha. And pa-cha. Yep. And that would be 17.
17.
Yep.
All right. So as you're
First one was
ascending,
21. So.
as you're ascending the stairs, you see in time for it not to catch you, but you see ahead of you at the stairs, similar to what you saw in the tavern, open up in front of it, like blocking the exit to the stairs of like a portal that seems to lead back. And like through it, you just see Henryk just staring at you like this.
Aye, mate. It was worth a shot. And I step through the portal, and I hand him the bones.
He actually does this. He holds his hand out.
Well, are you scared of them?
As you should be. I dare not touch them, but if you are done with them, you may put them back.
Look, man, I'm just trying to help my friends. There's obviously something evil and dark going around the city.
Right
And we
you are.
need any kind of magical protection that this town can offer. We're here to help, and I promise you that.
And the priest is going to be like kind of mad and livid and start doing are you kidding me? Like Henryk, like turn him into a toad or something. Like he cannot just simply walk in here, grab bones, and run off. Are you just going to let this happen?
Hi, mate. And I hold up the bones. Apparently, I can.
And Henryk just kind of looking in, just goes, "Look, no, I agree with my acquaintance Millard here.
Henryk, I'm just saying, if you guys think they don't even work, and I point to him and the priest, what's the harm in me taking them? And why are you still afraid of them?
Fear is not the appropriate statement, I suppose, but respect for what they are and knowing what they could do to me in the long term. But sometimes a group needs rash action in the heat of a moment. And you were willing to do whatever it took to help your friends. That is good. And the priest just kind of just looks very dejected at this point that he's even humoring this situation. I do not know what to make of this situation with the bones, but what I do know is Well, at the moment, if your friends did go to the gate, and if it's as bad as what some of the villagers were saying, then they're going to need your help.
So you're gonna let me go with the bones, is what you're saying?
I would not deem it wise to carry those things for long, and I think Father Lucian here would maybe bust a blood vessel if I were to allow you to do that. But perhaps when the town is not in danger of whatever this is, you may do whatever you like with the bones, but for now, I suggest leave them be until we figure out what's going on here. But if you try, I won't stop you. The solution's job.
So I go to put the bones back in the case.
Okay.
Well, already broke a pedestal. Don't want to know killing a priest by accident, you know? Can only push your luck so far.
Okay. The second you put him back in there, the priest immediately runs over and kind of just nudges you as he gets by and starts looking through them and hand counting them and making sure that he has all of them accounted for. Did you put all of them back in?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
No, I kept a pinky.
He just keeps counting
I kept
and counting.
the notes.
He kept it. He kept it. The inner ear bones.
Right.
I agree with you, Millard. We need to find out what is going on with these bones. I have a few people I can ask about. I cannot be seen at the front gate. So this is where we must depart. But I can get you there if that is where you choose to go.
I want to glance back at the bones.
Okay.
Do I notice anything about them that would be abnormal? Do they look like normal bones?
Make an investigation check.
But up. 9.
With a 9, they don't strike you as anything out of the normal. The only thing you can make an assessment of is that they seem to be very well kept. They're not decayed in any manner. So for them to be as old as they have described, it's quite intriguing for them to be in as immaculate condition as they are.
You can do me a favor, Henryk. Send me back to the tavern. I think we'll need something from there before we head over to the gate.
As you wish. He does his little hand gesture. Makes it open. And you see we're going exactly to the room that you guys came from.
Yep.
And good luck, Millard.
Hopefully I ain't too busy downstairs, because I'm going to need to buy a good amount of alcohol.
And Millard, if you would, do not tell anyone other than the party what you've learned here. Unless you want to cause a panic.
Don't worry, Henryk. I'm just already panicking myself.
Yep.
If what you said is true and those things ain't protecting us, and if the hullabaloo at the gate is anything to be worried about, I'm sure we're going to have plenty of stuff to do before I'm talking to us about anybody.
Okay. You walk through the portal?
Yep.
You just hear him before he closes it. Farewell, Millard. And good luck to all of you. closes it and closes it behind you. Now you're now successfully in the tavern.
I'm gonna run downstairs.
Okay.
And
You see,
then I think
there's less people in there than where there was previously. It seems like a lot of people have gone to their rooms. But you do make it down.
is the barkeep or one of the workers there at all?
There's one barkeep in which previously there were 3.
Look, mate, not to alarm you, and hopefully not to alarm anyone else, but I'm in need of a mass amount of alcohol for the defense of the town. Now, if that would afford me any sort of discount, I would appreciate it.
Make your persuasion check.
Huzzah! My best stats. 23.
He just kind of looks at you. Well, I don't know if it's for entertainment purposes, just to see where this goes, or if it is a bit. If it is, you're pretty into it. Nah. I was about to put this case up for the night, but you can have it. He slides over a collection of like 3 big jugs of alcohol.
I'm talking like 2 barrels worth of alcohol.
Barrels. You are mad. Tell you what, I can give you 1 for the sake of, it's just out of humor. But 2, if I'm going to give you a second one, I have to charge you the second one.
That sounds fine. How about this? Flip a coin. If it's heads, I'll pay for both. If it's tails, I'll get them both for free.
Make another persuasion check.
Huzzah! This one is 21. No, 18. Sorry. 18.
Alright. If it's heads, what?
If it's heads, I'll pay for both. If it's tails, they're both free.
Alright, well, this just keeps getting more interesting. Alright. To luck.
The luck, mate.
Well, deal's a deal, I suppose. He turns around. He doesn't tell you what he landed, and he turns around, grabs 1 barrel, goes back and gets another one. I'm more interested to see how you're going to carry these.
Yeah, I didn't think about that part.
Huh. Like I said, rather entertaining situation.
Right. I'm going to attempt to carry one on my back and roll the other one out the tavern door.
Make your acrobatics check.
But this
Miller
one's
with all the checks tonight.
It's 11. Yeah, but it's all like my best stats,
Yep.
so it's like good.
You are struggling mightily to do it, but with an 11, you manage to do what you're wanting to do at the cusp of where failing would be, but you are succeeding. So you look horrible doing it, but you managed to do it.
So as I walk towards the gate, I'm just gonna be like, Nabda better thank me for this.
Just kind of like just constantly just back and forth, just doing everything to stay on your 2 feet. Okay. And we will transition back to as Millard gets to where he can see the gate is where we would have left off with previously. We'll sync those 2 up for sake of time. So the group had just had discussions, and Zyle just basically took over at least as the group being in charge as opposed to the guard being in charge. And we're now back with the group.
Are there matriculations?
Are there what?
Matriculations.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Their fortification used on medieval castles for protection for those who are defending the walls.
I
Specifically,
call those
I think
arrow
it's
slots.
arrows. No, not for arrow slots. Though they could be used to fire between.
I think he
Basically,
wants
is
to
there a
know
place to hide?
what kind of defenses are available.
Yeah.
So where you are, none other than you're at the top of a pillar head. So the stones are
Perfect.
alternating to where there's one higher, one lower, one higher. So your only defense would be to move behind the one that is covering your head. Whereas if you move
Okay.
into,
Yeah.
it's a slot that's down.
Okay.
We need ditches. Lots of ditches.
All right.
And now
How,
with Millard being in the same place,
Rolling,
I need everybody to roll initiative.
Barrel. Keep this barrel moving.
Hold your rolls until.
Mine's bad.
Mine's not much better, probably.
No, mine's the worst. I guarantee.
He's the worst.
Well, my initiative's pretty strong because of my dexterity, but
Mine is not.
All right,
my roll was bad.
20 or
My
higher.
roll was terrible.
Nobody? Okay.
I don't think Bex has rolled yet.
She's getting it. She's getting the real dice.
Oh yeah.
The real dice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I got 2 barrels.
It is. I need to map it, but it's not going to be 20 or higher. So just move along.
Fair enough.
We're gonna hit these zombies with both barrels.
15 to 20.
Me.
Would you roll?
Got
Ayla?
17.
Oh, okay. Zal got a 19.
Yeah,
that-
I'm not first.
And Ayla got a 17.
all right.
Okay. All right. So 10 to 14.
11.
Really? Oof. Okay.
Told you mine was bad.
All right. 5 to 9.
I got a 6.
Oh, I got 5.
I got a 3.
All right. This is fine. Everything's
To be
fine.
fair, I rolled a 1, but I have
Those
5 in
poll
initiative.
predictions again.
Nadar dies first.
Dar dies first.
I mean, he's
I
the
still think
he's
it's Millard.
him and Miller are the only one that can't even see any of this right now, so they're technically fine at the moment.
Yep. But I do have 2 barrels.
Yes, but Nadar also heard them yell, like, get ready for a fight. So Nadar's just like, okay, fight.
All right.
Meep.
So
Meep.
Zyle, you are first, followed by Ayla, followed by the guard that is next to Zyle. So, Zyle, what do you do?
Cast
Okay,
fireball.
when we first rolled up here and were discussing things and whatnot, were they just in place watching, or were they advancing forward?
They're as like the things in the back, which seems to be skeletons and 2 like some sort of figures, are standing perfectly still. The zombies or ghouls or whatever these are that you haven't really figured out for yourselves yet just seem to just slowly be mindlessly kind of just creeping towards you.
Oh, excuse me.
But you guys are elevated well above them, and you are literally in a castle,
Yeah.
so you're in what would seem to be the advantage, say for maybe Nadar, who's behind a large wooden door. Large fortified wooden door, but all the same.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, if you would lend me your ears.
No.
Can
We
I
can-
hear him?
Slap ears.
This is Richard talking to you all.
Yeah. Yeah, I ripped off my ear and threw it to you.
I appreciate that. You caught it.
Yeah.
You got my ears too.
I
We
like to
can
keep
do
my ears.
the safe hey, we're up on the parapets here, let's blast these dudes. Or we can take the really foolish, gusto play, and I can either run out there in the middle of them all, or maybe Oberth can fly me out there, and I can pop my turn undead and see if I can make them run away for a full minute.
Yes, that's one idea. The other idea is open the gate, let Nadar just go ham.
No. No.
Style bomb.
That's
Why
a terrible
not?
idea.
I resist it.
Ayla's gonna go with whatever you say because she trusts you. So
I'm gonna be late.
It's a wisdom save. Any of them that can see or hear within 30 feet have to make that. And if it fails, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. And it has to spend its turns moving as far away from me as it can. And it can't take reactions. Its only action is to take the dash action.
I know.
I suggest you use that when they all get close.
Yeah,
if they were moving close, I was going to get like right here
I
and just
suggest
wait.
save it. Blast him.
I do.
But Miller will
Yeah,
figure
I
this
think-
all out when he gets there.
wait. The DM was about to give us a clue. You would what?
No, I was gonna say I'm very familiar with this as I did something very similar in campaign 1, and for what it's worth, worked pretty well.
Yes, I remember.
A minute is
if
a long
you roll
time.
well.
That's the nice thing.
It's
about
just getting it to them because I can only hit a couple as it stands right now.
It's a risk move, but if it does pay off, you do
Here's
a
another idea.
pretty good positive.
We get Nadar in there raging, so I resist all. Listen. No, we get them focused on Nadar, and if you can if it's 30-foot range, right?
What's
Yes.
30
From
foot?
you?
Yeah.
Or is it 30 foot from a
It's
spot
30
that you
foot centered on me.
Centered on the player, 30 feet radius.
I was gonna say make Nadar the center if you could, and that way with Nadar surrounded by them, they're all
You can just
turned away.
get them when they get to you, because it probably won't be that all of them fail. And then also, if it's in the center, then some will be running towards you. So, it's better to just try to eliminate some of them with
They're
the
moving
turn undead.
forward.
The entire mob makes a step forward.
So can I drop down to here without damaging myself? That
How
Yeah.
high are the
Parapet.
walls?
He's not dropping from the wall. He's dropping from the whatever you call the arc to the center. So that's only at best, because that's the thing you pointed at is still the top of the wall. It's just what's in between the two. So you're dropping at best 5 feet.
Okay, so that won't cause me any fall
No.
damage or anything.
No.
So he'll move center just to get the best advantage when they get closer. And for the time being, we're just gonna throw a sacred flame at this closest one right here.
All right.
Dex save.
Of what?
DC on that. It's 13 on a dex save.
Fails.
Okay. He takes 3 radiant damage. Only 1d8 right now, unfortunately.
Okay.
And I will bonus action a spiritual weapon on top of the same one.
You said radiant damage?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a 22 to hit on the spiritual weapon.
The one you aimed collapses, falls apart.
Oh, that's the hit, not damage.
Oh, sorry. You said 3. My gosh, 3.
22 to hit.
22. Yeah, sorry. I heard you say 3 for damage plus 4 on your first attack.
Yeah, 3 radiant damage from the sacred flame.
That killed
And
it.
then, oh.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Emphasis
in that
on
case,
radiant.
I will-
Emphasis on radiant.
yeah. Well, I will target this one here with the sacred weapon, or the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
It's a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And that is going to be 4 force damage.
Okay. That one stays up. Hard to
Okay,
tell.
and that is my turn.
Hard to tell
It's like
what type of damage it took because it already looks pretty dang worse for wear.
Right.
Does
So-
he lose an arm?
Yeah, you can see his arm. And that's what you've
And
gathered.
that is my turn.
Okay. So Ayla followed by the guard, followed by Mark.
Let's see. I take the bow.
Yep.
And I aim for this guy.
Yep. No.
And
Roll for
shoot.
hit.
If I can count right, 22.
Definitely hits.
Yay! Now I gotta find the other die. This is an 8, yes. 9.
Which one were you aiming at?
This one.
You shoot an arrow straight at its temple, and it falls to the ground. It is dead.
Man, for someone who hasn't shot the bow and arrow in a while, I still got it.
Anything else for your turn?
Zyle, I'm just going to keep shooting until you tell me otherwise.
Okay. We'll see if Richard has a rebuttal whenever he gets back. Anything else?
No.
Yep.
Wait, yeah, that's it. I don't think I can really do a bonus action.
No, unless you hop down there and have a fun time with him hand to hand.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun. I'll follow Zyle if he goes down, but...
Yeah.
Anyways, Zyle, I yelled to you. I'm going to keep shooting arrows until you tell me otherwise.
All right.
You're muted.
It gives you a thumbs up.
Okay.
All right, so it's going to go to guard, followed by Mark, followed by Millard. The guard is going to do the same. He's going to roll. He does hit. And the guard takes out this one right here.
Yeah, good job, God.
Okay. And that ends his turn. It's going to be Mark, followed by Millard, followed by Elbereth. Muted.
It's my turn.
Yep, your turn.
Okay. It doesn't seem like these guys are moving fast, so I guess I will cast Firebolt on this guy.
Okay.
Let's see if I hit first. An 18 plus 6.
That hits. Roll for damage.
That is not a D10. Four damage.
Okay, what type?
Fire.
Fire. And you did say this one?
Yep.
That one dies.
All right.
Anything else with your turn?
I'll use telekinetic shove on this
Classic.
one. To push him directly backward to here.
What's the save?
14 strength.
It fails.
Only 5.
Oh, okay. There you go.
You're gonna just give that to him.
Yeah, I would have. All right. Anything else?
Don't correct the DM.
That's it.
In the
Unless
name
it's more in our favor.
All right. Elbereth followed by Nadar, followed by Zyle.
Did I go?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Millard followed by my bad. Millard followed by Elbreth followed by Nadar.
I died.
Wow.
I'm gonna set the barrel down, the one on my back down, and I'm gonna start rolling this one. 1, 2, 3.
It's worth noting, I guess, from your standpoint, you don't see what they're doing, but you've seen several of your friends make attacks.
6. Guys, I made it back, and I brought explosives of a sort. I don't know what we're fighting, but I figure we can blow it up.
What did you bring? Explosives?
Well, sealed barrels of alcohol, which, combined with Zyle's marvelous radiant flames, work generally pretty good as explosives.
Okay, well, we can give it a try.
How are things going so far?
The horde is approaching.
A horde of...
Undead.
Oh, well, those burn, I guess. I'm gonna start rolling these towards the gate. That way, if they get through... and after I catch my breath, because I had to carry 2 of these things, then we'll figure this out, I guess.
Would Zyle have heard his announcement of his plan with the barrels, or no?
He's
I'm
yelling.
kind of just shout. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say
So
so.
he kind of turns around. He when you say that, he looks at you, says, "Wait, do you want to do a sweet summer sun?" That's actually kind of brilliant right now. Well done, Millard.
My intelligence isn't always high, but I like to think it's high enough.
Can you help with the barrels? Since you're still down there.
Wanna fight?
Don't you want to see things go boom?
That's fun.
Well, go
But-
with the barrels, then things can go boom.
I like using this. I shake my axe a
Oh.
little bit.
Well, how about boom, then meep?
How about meep then boom?
No, no, because then you'll be in range of boom.
Yeah, you don't want Boom to be with you.
Yes, we
Beside
do boom
you.
first, then we do meep.
The fact that everyone is talking in shortened language to be like on Nadar's level. No boom, we this. Continue.
You're gonna meep.
Yeah, you can meep and meep and meep and meep after the boom.
Guys,
I promise.
think we've
I
only
promise.
got 2 of
Lots
these,
meeping.
so we've only got 2 shots.
Alright, hurry up.
Alcohol.
Mark, if you had to carry these all the way from the tavern, I don't think you would be shouting at me to hurry up.
Dar,
Is that-
you're down there. Just help him.
Is that alcohol?
Yes.
We're saving it for after the battle.
No, there's more alcohol.
I wasn't gonna
at the
tell him
tavern.
that
No.
until after they
the
blew up.
The dark. It's not that type of alcohol. It's the boom alcohol. The good alcohol is at the tavern, which if we don't do the boom and then the meep, the tavern will be gone.
Make
You
a,
know, this was a lot easier
deception
when we
check with
didn't.
disadvantage.
Me?
Yep.
This was a lot easier when we didn't tell him what was in the summer sunset,
Uh-huh.
and he just was happy that they looked so bright and pretty.
Hold on.
Disadvantage, so you gotta roll and take the lowest number.
I know. I rolled twice.
We vowed to never tell him.
You're not gonna like it.
Okay.
I got 5.
Okay. You are saying words, but Nadar's keen nose of what alcohol smells like is gonna see right through your lies.
If he
No.
can smell it, then I don't know why me telling him yes, it's alcohol.
It's an explanation for your deception fail. It's called narrative.
Okay.
He's got a
You-
nose.
Miller, you want me to come down there and help you with the barrels, or you got it? Because Nadar's gonna be no help at this point.
Well, I'm exhausted, and I've got one barrel, and there's one back there. So
Okay.
yeah. Hey, look, if any help would be great.
Okay. What else are you doing for your turn, Miller?
That's it. That's all
Okay.
I can do. Because setting down is an action.
Sure. So on to Elbreth, followed by Nadar, followed by Zao again.
Can I be moving while they're fighting?
No,
On your turn, you can move.
we're in turn, so that was just he
Okay.
had just arrived, so we did a little bit of roleplay for his turn, but it'll be turn by turn.
This is why this is all taking place. Why I rolled a barrel 30 feet
Right.
within 6 seconds. It's pretty impressive.
I'll look down at Zyle and be like, so are we interested in airmail right now? Or is the boom, the sweet
think,
summer sun canceling the airmail?
I think the sweet summer sun's going to cancel the airmail on this one. You don't want Icarus's wings too close to the sunlight, you know.
Yeah.
Sure you do.
Yes, we don't want to be late.
You get a clap and a half.
Well,
Right. Alright, so then in that case I will go ahead and I don't know, divine curse at like this thing has this thing been hit?
yes.
It doesn't have an arm.
Oh, okay, that's the one with that. Okay,
Yeah,
but then
that's
I'll go for
darn.
this one. Divine Curse, and then Celestial Blast. Do I still just have one?
See if she hits this.
Where is it? Is it still just one? I don't see where it says. I think it's still just one. Oh yeah, we're only at 3. 16 plus 5.
Yep.
21.
You definitely hit it.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
Oh, I forgot to get the damage dice. So which one is it? This one. So that'll be a 5 force and 6 necrotic.
Okay. And that one falls to the ground, dead.
More dead.
Sweet.
Another one bites the dust.
He's
Mhm.
all dead. Instead of just mostly dead.
Instead of mostly dead, he's just.
All dead.
It's like less
He's
like,
all
is it dead or is it just not moving? We don't really know, but it's taking a nap.
If it's all dead, there's only one
It's
thing
out
we
of
can
commission.
Yep.
So that's it.
do. Go through its pockets and look for new
So-
storage.
That's to
At this
Nadar.
point, how long till sunrise?
You don't know at the moment.
Dang.
Depends on
Another
which
round?
sunrise you're talking about.
Doesn't seem to
Our
be close.
Our explosive plan is not too far off.
So Nadar followed by
Yeah.
Zal.
If I dash, that doubles my movement speed.
Not
Giving me
zombie
50
wizard.
movement
No.
speed. Could I feasibly make it to, like, let's say here if I run back around up the stairs and jump off?
Could you make it there?
Yes, because that I count that to the square that I have highlighted here. That's 50 feet. If I to run back
If,
Yeah.
around and
if
up the
he's using
stairs.
his sprint as
Yeah,
his
you-
action.
You can
Yeah,
make
my
it
action
there,
would be dash.
but so just make sure I understand. You can definitely make it there, but you were describing jumping off the castle to be outside.
Yes.
You're gonna have to make a acrobatics check to see if you land and don't hurt yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna move. Oh, I can't move the dog because I'm not clicked on the thing. So
That's
I'll
a
move
that's a long
over-
fall.
Yes, I will move over here to the spot and make that acrobatics. I believe that's 16, but I could be wrong. Yeah, 16.
Okay. So pretty minimal. You take 1 point of damage, but you do.
Okay.
You guys see Nadar run, jump off of this. What is at least a 20-foot tall castle gate that he jumped off of, but against all odds, somehow pulled off some dwarven acrobatics and didn't murder his leg, but did take a little bit of damage, so you wince a little bit in pain getting up, because that's a long fall for you.
I stopped in shock at seeing Nadar's
Nadar, what are you doing?
I'm gonna have some fun.
He's there now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna enter my rage until my next turn.
Yep. All right.
More like happiness at this point.
Yes.
Anything else for your turn?
Oh, my hair.
No.
Okay. Well then. So, all of them take another step forward.
It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
He's just gonna get him to that spot.
Get them in place. And you guys notice
That's
that-
a great place. With
Like-
Nadar jumping off the wall.
the ones that you killed are still down, but suddenly out of the earth
Oh, joy.
rise more.
Joy.
Oh,
You know-
oh, fine.
I'm
Yay.
really happy that I left that one barrel behind us.
Do we know what is causing how they did that?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
But we did see it happen.
Yep, you just see them come out of the ground, so you don't really know what to make of that, other than
Out of the ground. Like Daisy.
4 just came out of the ground. And then, suddenly they all, as they're moving forward, kind of just like stop and stand still. And out of the ground, right in front of Millard, emerges something, and it
Wait.
taller. It's just a black shadow that ends up standing at about 9 feet tall. So it's towering over Nadar and just looks.
Oh. I thought you said Millard. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Nadar.
Sorry,
Ah,
Nadar.
Okay.
Roll
I-
it over the barrel.
if I
All
did.
clear.
If I did, then Nadar.
Okay.
I heard Nadar.
Okay, that's what I thought I said. But so towering over him, looking down, and I see in a soft-spoken voice, "Shall we discuss things before they get messy?" And that is where we'll end tonight's episode. Ooh,
That
so,
better not be.
sorry, so cut it goes. Dang it, I would miss Nadar's. Well, he ended on a smile.
Ended on a smile.
Got him smiling, bare minimum. Okay, so
Waiting for Stormer to come in and be like, no.
so you have
I really liked that he got to jump off
yep.
of
Oh,
the wall.
bye,
I
Nadar.
think that was good.
He yeah, if a dwarf's gonna do what a dwarf's gonna do.
Hold on. I got it. Okay, I did it.
Yep. So that should be entertaining to say the least. So thank you guys so much who have been watching up to this point. We're transitioning to the post stream chat where we get to actually engage with you guys, talk, have a
There's
little bit of
Stormy.
fun, and just, have a good time. Hear some happy music to change the mood, because why not? And just
Yeah,
have a good time.
happy
So this is the part where we get engaged with chat. So if you have any questions of anything, just let them fly. This is where we'll engage with that. Sadly, I didn't get to get Nadar's highlight at the moment because we got a little later than anticipated. But so we'll go to Miller, who typically has to hop off first. So Jay, what about you? What's a highlight of the night for you?
There's a lot in this. I feel, especially for Miller.
It's a Millard episode.
It's a good episode for everybody. But I think the highlight of the night is probably playing through the dream sequence and trying to figure out stuff, but also trying to act it out in a manner that seems reasonable. Because
Sure.
it's he can't be the normal boisterous Millard in that. He's got to be a little bit more cautious. And I thought it was really good how Matt pulled us out of that sequence. I thought that transition was really good.
Thank you. Okay. Anything else specific you'd like to point out? I mean, you're welcome to chill through the episodes always.
There's some things I don't want to point out. That's
Fair
the only
enough.
thing.
Fair enough.
I really thought the instance in the church was interesting.
Yep. So Millard got a little narrative insight that the rest of the group didn't.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But the players got to experience it through you.
I love how when Millard goes off on a thing, it's either going to be really helpful to the party or really detrimental to the party, and there's no in between.
I like how
True.
the roles just played out because it just seemed fitting for that situation, especially just have a perturbed priest that's just ticked off at Millard while Henryk's just
He's gonna come up and see the nice mahogany pedestal knocked over.
Is
if
it
you ever,
broken
so
or just
sorry.
knocked over?
if you ever make it back to that church, the priest is going, you.
That guy. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a good note on playing, though. Like, you always want your actions to have some sort of impact,
Yep.
whether it's positive or negative. It makes it more engaging for everybody.
Yep.
So that's how we try to play.
Yep, you definitely perturb the priest.
Very much perturbed.
But, I mean, sometimes you got to. For the sake of the greater good in the situation. It allowed you to learn something.
A lot of that revolved around Millard not knowing exactly what was going on because he ran off, right? So he doesn't know. So he's just like, there's some sort of blessed bones. There's some sort of dark shadow activity that's going on. We need protection. There's protection at the church. Go get the protection. Like, it's pretty simplistic thinking, but it fits.
And then was like, well, I can't do that. Let's get some barrels of booze and light them on fire.
So, we got two options. We can light this on fire, or we can give it to Nadar. Either one is just as deadly.
It's
Some truth to that.
How's giving them to Nadar is deadly?
Drunk rage dwarf.
Drunk rage dwarf.
Yeah.
Drunk tends to
Not-
take
not
any
necessarily
form of fear
mechanically,
and
But
removes it.
just thematically, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yep.
All right. So we'll, if nothing else, thank you, Jay, as always, for sticking around. Great episode tonight. Looking forward to see what happens next week. So whenever you need to hop off, feel free and stick around as long as you'd like. So we'll transition to everybody else for highlight of the night and chat. Make sure if you want to get engaged, let us know what your highlight of the night was, or moments you liked, or any questions that you have. And we're going to roll. That is Liam. So
Favorite moment of the night? I get to fight with walls against undead. That's awesome.
true. Yeah. Just giant amounts of undead that seem to be repopulating. This is fine. Everything's fine. All right.
As long as they don't stack up on top of each other to get over the walls.
Oof. For like a World War Z moment where they just.
I did not like that movie.
Oh, I love that movie. It's good.
I mean, it was a good movie, but I did not like it.
I like it. All right. Anything else, Liam?
No.
Good answer. That would be Miss Bex.
I liked the part where Millard didn't kill anyone when he ran off.
That's fair. We were all thinking it.
I was pretty concerned.
I guess I gotta say I like that the shadowy thing didn't kill Millard either.
Uh-huh. There were some rolls that could have gone a different direction, but he got lucky on that one. But that very true, Beck. So I was about, as soon as he said he was going away, I was like, please don't kill another guard. Please don't kill another guard. Like,
I was like, it's about 50-50 at least. So
I was like, what is about to actually happen here? I don't know. All right. That's a good point. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Very good point. I was very concerned about that. That is SJ. Highlight of the night for you.
Oh, I liked Ayla and Sile's exchange near the beginning while still in the room at the tavern. I liked Henryk with his little portals.
Henryk.
Yeah, Henryk.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically his no, you come back here with Millard.
It's almost just like the dad catching a child of just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like, I can see you, right? Like,
Yep.
You're not a ninja.
Yep.
You don't have the cloak of invisibility.
And if he would have failed the perception check, by the way, he wouldn't have seen the portal and just would have ran straight into it and just ended up being right back where they were.
Yeah. I was really hoping for a whole portals thing of boop, boop.
It could have gone that way.
And then I like that Ayla is not exactly her backstory wise for Ayla, she's not exactly proficient with the bow, but as a elf she's has some bow capabilities. So I honestly was really excited that she got that hit.
That's a lot of good circumstances for that, because what you've already said, and
please hit.
The enemies you're aiming at do not have an incredibly high AC.
Yeah,
so,
I figured, but it's like I said, for Ayla's more used to close combat with being a monk and everything, so the fact that she was able to get a hit with the bow just made me excited.
Sure.
Kind of has given her a little confidence boost as well, just because she doesn't always feel like she's helping the party, but when she does, it's just like this reminder of, oh yeah, you can do things. That's it.
All right. It's good options. And then last but not least,
I want to see Millard in an infinite fall loop through portals.
One day.
I have been falling for 30 minutes.
Nice. So, Mr. Ricardo, what about you? What's your
favorite moment? Was definitely Ayla being like, "Hey, I've leaned on you a lot. You can do that with me too. Like, you got some crap going on." That was a nice little candid moment in the midst of everything. Second favorite was probably Millard's whole sequence, in particular the interaction with him, the priest, and Henryk. That was a great little sequence there.
Yep. One I didn't particularly anticipate happening tonight, but here we are. And Millard and his constant shenanigans of, oh, he's going to do that. Okay, well, let's see how that goes.
You mean you didn't think when you brought up a superstitious object and a thief who might steal those things? You didn't think that would happen?
Ominous voice. I hear an apparition on the wind.
I'm just so used to Jay talking. It didn't even register that he's not here.
Yeah, that's what I was just like,
I was like, wait, what?
Who's talking? All right. Great moments. Anything else, Mr. Ricardo?
I was, to toot my own horn a little bit, I was pretty proud of my little Icarus's wings quip. That one, I came up with that one on the fly, and I was like, oh yeah.
That's why I gave you a golf clap. Like, there you go. He did it. He went there.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so a lot of good highlights. I know I did see one question. So SJ Chat did ask if you got Ayla's name or the inspiration thereof from the clan of either Cave Bay or Cave Bar.
No. No.
I figured I knew the
No,
answer to that too, but I was going to let you answer for yourself.
I was about to say, don't we talk about it in the podcast? But I don't
believe
know
so.
if we actually I think we either talked about how I came up with Ayla's name, but we definitely talked about how I come up with names. So,
Yeah, it may have been
check out the
Azalea.
podcast.
Now thinking about
It
it.
was probably Azalea. I don't know if it was for Azalea, but there's specific reasons for the names that I picked for the people that Ayla knows. So everyone in her story, the names are very purposeful.
And then, additionally, question is more for everybody, but I like this question from Duckbuster Up of what are the chances y'all can keep Nadar alive?
7-1.
AK gave him 3-1 against.
I honestly still don't understand. I don't understand what they mean.
What the odds mean?
No.
Oh, come on.
I just hear, people say, oh, it's a 7-1 odds, and I'm like, uh-huh.
It means that if you wager 1 coin, you would get 7. If you wager 1 coin that Nadar will live, you would get 7 if he manages to live.
Okay.
Yeah, it's how much you're wagering.
It's a non-zero chance that we can keep him alive, but technically 0.0000001% is non-zero. So take from that what you will.
Yeah.
Fair.
Without castle walls, it's not
I
good.
think he'll be okay.
No, it's not. It's not good.
There's a lot of zombies in one Nadar.
And then something else that just came up too. But what, Bex, what about you? What say you to that question?
Yeah, I don't know. 10?
I don't know, some high number. He's screwed.
10 out of 10? 10 out of 100?
I don't know, 10-1, maybe?
10-1?
Yeah.
All right.
I think
All right.
he's got to put on a little help here. Than just us helping him. He's got to help keep Nadar alive is the question.
Yeah.
Right.
Dara has to do some work in this.
For better or worse, I like that assuming things keep going the way they're going, it's going to force the group to make a decision of whether to keep on with the tactic that they're going or to transition to the tactic that Xyle had potentially mentioned opening with, or fast-tracking the boom option, I suppose. Either
boom,
or.
then meep.
Yep.
Boom, here comes the
Very
boom.
interesting.
Ready, nah.
Just ha!
Right now, the
I'll
boom
do his voice again.
Actually, the boom idea is a bust.
Tick, tick,
Because
tick, 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 tick,
the
boom.
guys are going to be, the zombies are going to be attracted to Nadar.
Right, so they'll be distracted while we can set up the boom.
I mean, you could boom.
Yeah,
You
but
could
if
boom
we
most of
boom-
them.
If we boom them while they're all after Nadar, Nadar's going to get boomed.
Nadar does
we
have
could
more
do
hit points than
boom
they
the
do.
other half, you know, there's a big field.
Nadar's going to attract them.
Yeah, well, we just put it on the far side, so he's less likely
Spooky,
to
ominous
get
voice
boom.
that gives advice. It doesn't have to be a boom. You can just like dump the alcohol and light them.
I mean,
Sure.
that's true too.
Could use it as
More
a.
fun if it's a boom.
Napalm.
Nadar keeps saying he'll
Ooh,
resist,
ooh,
so we
Ooh,
just
I
don't
got
worry
it.
about
I got it. Mark can shove him out of the way, and then we do the boom, and then he can go back to meeping.
Okay, so there's a couple more things that chat brought up, which would be interesting.
Okay.
What are the chances that Nadar attacks the big ominous dark thing immediately?
100%.
That's probably a fair question.
Well, actually,
That's
okay,
a 9 out of
not
7.
100%. It depends on what the ominous thing is and if he's seen it before. Because we know that Nadar has been kind of kidnapped before, and so we don't know what he's seen when he was kidnapped. So if it's something that he's seen before, he's probably going to be traumatized and not move. However, if it's something that he hasn't seen before, I wouldn't put it past him to just meep it. Or try to meep it.
I'll give you
For those of you who don't know what meep is, it specifically means attacking with an axe.
So I'll give you a freebie in the same of building tension for next week. That thing is something you've never seen before. And it is quite likely one of the 7.
I was about to say, is it Zyle's brother?
I'm not going to answer that, but it's quite likely.
So wait, so now you're saying that
It's
Zyle's
somebody's
brother could be part of the 7.
No, but I'm saying I'm not going to answer whether it is or not. Although I think deduction should get you there unless you think Zal's brother's 9 feet tall.
Guys, it's obviously.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him for like power uppities and whatnot. All right. Yes,
To
ominous
grow.
voice. What is it, ominous voice?
It's obviously a figment of Nadar's imagination. Yeah, we're gonna go
Clearly.
with that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can all see it. Well, then again, you're still on the ground, so you can't see it.
Yeah, and if you can't see it, you don't believe it exists.
It's fair. Yep. So, yeah, that would be,
I think it's Piplup.
for me,
Oh, it's evil red-bearded Piplup.
of all the things that I'm questioning far less if Nadar survives the onslaught of undead and making sure that he doesn't attack what is in front of him right now.
Well, we'll find out next week.
Yep.
It's
That's-
During
Piplups in the
episode
trench
30,
coat.
where there's a giveaway. Yeah!
It's very true.
Put exclamation point giveaway in the chat so you can enter the giveaway for the awesome prize. Are we just doing one prize or are we doing multiple?
We're doing multiple.
Multiple prizes, everybody! Bring a friend. Bring 4.
All right. So, we've
If
done
we
our
get
round
to
robin.
50 viewers. I don't know after that.
I was going to say, good gosh, what are you going to...
Oh, I remember. It's obviously somebody's brother. That's what the 9-foot thing is.
Sure.
'Cause, like, think about how many brothers are involved in this campaign.
My brother, your brother.
You're
his
likely not
brother,
wrong. There's a
the
decent
other
chance.
One's brother. Oh, if it was Mathael, I would die.
Decent chance it's somebody's brother. I don't, maybe not a player, but could like maybe he has a sibling. I don't know.
Nadar might have a brother who's a 9-foot tall dwarf.
It's called a giant.
I'm telling you guys, 3 Piplups in a trench coat.
Showed up.
Please be 3 Piplups in a trench coat. Wait. If it's 9 feet tall, each
Hatred
Piplup is
cubed.
3 feet. I don't.
Wait, you need to.
Well, you have
that
to-
would
it's not
only
gonna
if
be
it can
3 'cause-
stand on-
You need to look up how
Yeah,
tall.
Yeah, they'll be on the
Piplup is.
shoulders.
Wait. Okay, yeah. Hold on. I
You
gotta
have to
look up
subtract the
how tall.
head.
How tall?
This is how we
It's
spend our
Piplup.
evening. This is how we spend our
A
evening.
Piplup is 1 foot 4 inches.
Yeah.
So 3
So it has
Piplups
to
walk
be
into
more
a
than
bar.
3
Okay,
Piplups.
so a few Piplups.
It's really only
Several
it's
Piplups.
only like this big.
Yeah,
They're
they're-
8. It's 8 guys.
yeah.
Maybe
they're-
7.
it's gonna be a lot more than 3.
This thing is 12 pounds.
I mean, that makes sense. I got this thing right here. That's
Yeah.
15
Yeah, maybe it does
I
be
was
Piplup.
Whatever it is you're holding. Hold on, I need to find my measure because I want to
So-
know how if this Piplup is like a giant fat Piplup or not.
As,
Okay,
as
but what
amusing as this is, we'll worry about this later because we're running short on time. But
No, we're
so
not.
we'll do. Well, Richard's got to hop off, and we have a few other things. So we're gonna try to wrap up here. So last thing, and we'll wrap things up. So if Chad has any more questions, go ahead and throw it now. I'll do one more round robin for the group, which is as a player, what was your initial reaction when Roll20 got moved to this scene and you're able to see it, or for those who didn't, saw it on Twitch, however you saw it, and first saw the map and saw what was on the other side of the gate? Like, what was the initial reaction as a player to that? And will roll. That is Bex first.
So, what's our reaction to seeing that the attack was zombies?
As a player, you didn't know what to expect. All you had heard is there's something going on at the gate, maybe an attack, and then you get to see it in roll 20 that as a player, you can see the other side of the gate, or if you had Twitch pulled up or however you saw it. So even though your characters couldn't see it until you got in position, a player could see a ton of enemy tokens on the other side. So just what went through your head as a player in that moment?
Nothing. I don't know about what I mean, because I didn't think it was not an attack. So, because I thought Henryk said it was an attack. So yeah, I was just like, I don't know what it was, but it was so neutral. I don't know.
So the number or quantity wasn't concerning in any regard?
No, not that since zombies. Since they're zombies, they come in hordes. Like if it was zombies or wolves, like that makes sense. If it was like something else, that would be problematic. If there were like that many dragons or something, then we're dead.
All right. Bex is a confident little joker. That's what we're gaining out of this.
We just gotta get Zyle out there to turn them, and then there'll be half as many.
It's just a sea of zombies. It's fine. I like it. Dig it. All right. SJ, same question.
Okay. First off, this Piplup is a tall Piplup. It's 1 foot 5 inches. Anyways, well, when I saw it, my reaction was joy. We haven't really had a true combat in a while, so I was excited that we get to do combat. But at the same time, I'm thinking about, Ayla's more of a close combat person, and this is about to be, or at least start off as a distance fight. So I'm kind of I'm glad that the bow was left behind, even though somehow I totally missed the part where he threw the bow at me.
Yeah, I missed that too.
So I know he stormed off, but apparently threw the bow at my face. I would have caught it.
Not at your face.
Yeah.
And I don't. When I say threw it at you, I don't mean he tried to hit you with it. I mean like he threw it down in your direction.
Right. Okay. So anyway, I'm glad that there's a bow. So she actually gets to be involved without 100% putting herself in a dangerous position.
Sure.
So yeah.
Okay. Liam, same question.
Same question. I am not scared. Not with these numbers of zombies. Walls are very hardy.
Question
However,
wasn't if you.
I am scared about Nadar. I think Nadar's in real big trouble.
That's fair. I don't think anyone would fault you for that one. All right. So, Ricardo, same question. Thoughts
when I
whenever
first saw the tokens and everything, my first thought was quite literally, ooh, I was built for this. How can I get in the middle of all them?
That's funny. Everybody was just more like, ooh, things to play with. As opposed to, oh no.
Fight!
Yeah. That's what, Beck's famous quote, just every now and then you got to stab something. I got to give you things.
In this case, from way back over here.
That's just a bad thing to put on a t-shirt. Just saying.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't put that on a shirt.
We have meat shirts, though, guys. If you go to the merch store, there are meat shirts.
Yeah, I really didn't know what you guys would kind of think of in terms of how you'd play it as players, whether it'd be cautious or very aggressive, kind of like Zal's opening suggestion is a very aggressive tactic, but if it works, it's a high payoff. So that's a, high risk, high reward type of situation. To where if he failed, that would be bad. But, interesting gamut. I'm excited to see how you guys play it out and what happens next week. Because I don't There's unfortunately going to be a lot riding on Nadar and how he chooses to respond, given that he is the one right next to the thing. I didn't plan on anyone being outside the gate to talk to that, but
Really?
here we are.
You really didn't think that was a possibility?
Not like this.
Not like this. Not like that.
Not like this.
Not by themselves, I think is an important caveat. I thought if you guys would be outside the gate, it would be together.
Uh-huh.
But
You thought wrong.
here we are. Well, clearly.
I'm here now.
Anyways, that is going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you guys so much for sticking around up until this point. It's been a fun ride, these 29 episodes. Next episode is episode 30. We have the giveaway happening in that episode. So if you haven't already, ! giveaway in the chat anytime during the stream or off the stream. You can use all your points to submit for tickets. Every ticket gives you a higher chance to win the giveaway, which will be next week. So looking forward to that and figuring out what the fate of our players is as we get closer and closer to furthering the narrative of the Curse of Strahd campaign, I suppose. But until next week, everybody say goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye
Good
for
night.
now.
Good night.
Till next time.
Bye. Peace.